2023 will also be marked as the International Year of Millets. India spearheaded the United Nations General Assembly resolution, which was supported by 72 countries and passed in March 2021. A staple grain variety of the past, millets are also emerging as Nutri cereals and smart foods today because of their therapeutic qualities and nutritional superiority compared to rice, wheat and corn. So what will it take to make this wonder food become a wonder crop of masses in India? Dipargyo Sanyal explores the idea.
The two most likely places where millets can be spotted in India are animal feed bins and shelves of glittering shopping malls. Seems ironic, but this contrast offers a glimpse into the immediate past and the likely future of these coarse grains. From being items of mass consumption till a few decades ago, millets slowly disappeared from our plates. Now, farmers grow them for animal fodder. But as the world wakes up to their nutritional benefits, multinational firms are trying to include them in breakfast mixes. But why did millets almost disappear from people's diets? And can they be turned from niche food into an item of mass consumption? Millet is a common term for small-seeded grasses that are often termed Nutri cereals or dryland cereals. They include sorghum or jawar, pearl millet or bajra, finger millet or ragi, little millet or kutki, foxtail millet or kakum, proso millet or china, barnyard millet or sawa, etc. Historically, they were part of Indian diets. Now, we also know that they are rich in nutrients and functional compounds like dietary fibers, slow-digesting carbohydrates, protein, calcium, iron, zinc, magnesium, B-complex vitamins, and phytochemicals. Even now, India is the largest producer of millets with a total output at 170 lakh tons, which is 80% of Asia's and 20% of global production. In fact, millet production recorded 27% growth in 2021-22 thanks to increased consumption and government push. Market size of millets was valued at $9.95 billion in 2020 and is projected to reach $14.14 billion in 2028, growing at a CAGR of 4.49% from 2021 to 2028. India is also the fifth largest exporter of millets in the world. The major millet producing states in India are Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Millets constituted a major part of the daily diet of people, especially in the rural areas, till the 1960s Green Revolution and the launch of the public distribution system that supplied highly subsidized rice and wheat to replace them. The changes in the lifestyle and food habits also made people prefer finer, albeit less nutritious, grains like rice and wheat to the primitive but relatively wholesome coarse cereals. As a result, the share of millets in the overall food basket dwindled from about 20% in the pre-Green Revolution period to merely 5 to 6% now. The gradual erosion of demand and absence of market support from the government too contributed to a gradual decline in the cultivation of millets. However, the cluster of coarse grains has seen a renewal of government interest thanks to their newfound status as nutrition-rich wonder food. India, which had led the charge in convincing the UNGA to declare 2023 as the International Year of Millets, is now further pushing for a global boost to millet production and trade. The government declared millets as Nutri cereals in April 2018. Besides spreading awareness of their health benefits, support is also given to startups and entrepreneurs for developing recipes and value-added products that promote the consumption of millet. 8 biofortified varieties or hybrids of bajra have been released for cultivation from 2018 to February 2022. The Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority has prepared a comprehensive strategy to promote Indian millet exports across the globe commencing December 2022. Millets are not just a superfood, it comes with some other benefits too.
Millets is a crop which is mostly requires very little amount of water, can grow in arid dryland areas, can grow in very hard soil. So if you mainstream millet, lot of your problems associated with the dryland agriculture thing goes away, because then millets become if the millets become profitable, farmers will switch to this crop. They will require less amount of water. They might not plant wheat and rice, where water consumption is far more higher than as compared to millets. So there is a whole thrust of saving water for agriculture. The second is that mainstreaming millet also has a huge political significance, because much of these millets are grown by very smallholder farmers, largely in tribal areas of the country, like in Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, even Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan. So it has a huge political significance for the people who promote it, because if you promote millets, they also do a good favor to the tribal community.
Millets are also beneficial for the environment.
Above all, they are also good for the environment. They are climate resilient crops, being grown in marginal lands with less water footprints, less fertilizers, less pesticides. You can imagine the positive ecological impact of this particular millet growing in our country.
However, even amidst the push, major challenges persist, and India's public distribution system seems to be an important tool in addressing these changes.
To enable millets to become a mainstream crop, first challenge is to increase its yield in commensurate with the competition that it faces from wheat and rice. The second is to ensure that the consumption of millets, which many experts are saying, consumption of millets should not remain a niche product. It should not be niche consumed item. We have to make millets a mass consumed item. And how can you make millets a mass consumed item? The first and foremost thing is to put them into PDS, or put them into state nutrition schemes like midday meal or Anganwadis or the other schemes.
States like Orissa have already begun to implement these measures.
And these staples like rice and wheat, they occupy the space in our homes. They are part of every street vendor to local shop owners, sell to restaurants like five-star hotels. So our major cereals are, if we may say, they are ubiquitous by their presence. An ecosystem has been created for the cereals, both big and small. So to reverse this change, this trend will not be easy. Let me be very frank. Along with the consumer behavior change, along with the appreciation of the health and also the environmental benefits of millets, we need to also introduce them in a big way in government delivery channels. In Odisha, we have already introduced the millet, particularly the finger millet, already into the PDS. We procure them at the minimum support price from the willing cultivators, and then we take it to the PDS and we distribute them at 1 rupee a kilo under the NFSA.
Experts point out that the popularity of millet as a healthy food needs to transcend urban consumption in the form of healthy cookies and multigrain bread. For millets to truly become a wonder crop and reclaim their lost share of India's total crop yield, its consumption needs a greater push in rural markets and amongst poorer consumers. Only then can they contribute to not just the health of the consumer, but the health of the environment and the economy.